Hello, I'm Dodie and you're watching Records in My Life. I'm so
Thank you so much for being on the show.
Of course.
How are you today?
I'm good. I've had some kind of a cold. I've had bronchitis for like a month and a half. Yes. So I'm still coughing, and you can still kind of hear the like nasally kind of thing. Sometimes it makes my voice like perfectly husky. Sometimes it makes my voice not great.
So let's talk, since this show's about albums, and you recently released an EP. Let's talk a little bit about that. Tell us a bit.
Sure. So Human EP is made up of a bunch of songs. Some that I wrote a very long time ago, like at the age of like 17. Some that I wrote in a day quite recently. There are a few collaborations on it. I worked with a guy called Lewis Watson, whose music I've loved for a while. I worked with a guy called Tom Walker, who's a pop star. And yeah, it was kind of my experimenting EP in terms of like using different producers, because I still wasn't very used to working with other people in terms of making music, because I've always written by myself. I always will write by myself, and the only producing I'd done was in my bedroom on like various programs that were free.
Sure.
So yeah, it was an interesting project to work with different people and see what it was like to record with different people. Yeah.
And what's your favorite song on the EP?
I usually say, I think I have two. I'm going to talk about both. There's one called If I'm Being Honest, which I really loved because I wanted it to be a very simple kind of old style, like almost retro pop song, like Elton John, Beatlesy vibes. I wrote it on a whirly sort of sound, Wurlitzer sound, and yeah, there's a string part to it, and I really love the structure of it. It's just so simple but so perfect, I think. Wow, I really love my song. And then there's a song I have on there called Burned Out, which I think I'm most proud of the lyrics for, because it's the most vulnerable song I have out there, that people understand but don't talk about, because I can't talk about it. It's just the most understanding song that I have out there in terms of lyrics, and I'm really grateful for that.
So this show, as you know, is about the artist, which is you, and the records that inspired and that you love today and yesterday. So you mentioned your two favorite songs. What album or song inspired you to start? I know you play a number of stringed instruments, if I'm correct. Am I right on that one?
Or not very well, but yeah. I don't know, I'm self-taught a bunch of things, so I get by, but yeah.
So which if there's a record out there, which one inspired you to start writing, singing, playing?
My dad brought me up on a lot of his favorite music, so I loved Electric Light Orchestra, like Out of the Blue, and Stevie Wonder, Songs in the Key of Life. Is that right? Yeah. So yeah, those kinds of like poppy songs, but with more organic production, I think, and also obviously the Beatles. Yeah.
Let's jump to the modern day. Which album these days has really been inspiring you, or you've fallen in love with?
There's a guy called Ethan Gruska who I actually got to work with quite recently. He's got an album called Slowmotionary, which is mostly just kind of piano songs he writes and records on this very dusty piano, and God, it's just so beautiful. He makes so many weird choices. Like in one of the songs, like the chord sequences are just very strange, and I love that. Whenever you hear something, you're like, what? Oh, it's so nice. And yeah, he kind of uses this like reverse reverb thing that just creates all these little builds. And yeah, I just love it so much, every song. It's just one of those albums that you can just listen to from top to bottom and just truly love every moment of it. And those are so rare, and I love them.
And he's collaborated. His name has come up, like I'm forgetting now, but Ethan Gruska's. Is it, you pronounce it, to respect to him, it's Gruska or Gruska you pronounce it?
Gruska, I think. Ethan Gruska. I don't know, but I think so. Yeah, he produced the Phoebe Bridges album, I think.
Right.
Yeah, and he's got new music coming out soon, which he played me, and it's very different, but I still love it so much, yeah.
were there other albums by him which you know? I'm trying to remember because there was another one which was.
I think he just has that one called Slowmotionary at the moment.
Okay. And production-wise, was there another? Because I was reading something before, another record he produced, which I was kind of surprised. I couldn't remember.
That he produced. I don't know. I'm not very good at that. I don't know if he's done anything else, but.
Okay, cool. So you've been hired to be a DJ. And
what? Sorry.
You've been hired to be a DJ.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have I? Great.
It's a nice payday. Good.
Thank you. Sweet.
So you're taking your respective either turntables or your computers. What album is definitely going on the list or going in the DJ bag with you?
It depends. What kind of gig am I playing?
Because you want to get people on the dance floor.
On the dance floor.
Yes.
Emily King. I can't remember what her new one's called, but it's how it gets a pink background. There's just so many bangers on there. What else? Oh, Vulfpeck. Beautiful game. It's a beautiful game. Yeah, you can't go wrong with Vulfpeck. Do you know Vulfpeck?
I've heard the name.
Yeah. They're like a funk band. So cool. Or Tom Misch. Yeah, Vulfpeck. Yes, they're so cool.
There you go.
Yeah, or Tom Misch. I'm just thinking of really funky ones now. Those are all the ones in my jamming. I don't know. I'm not very good at this. I play things that I like, you know.
Right, sure. Another fun question. My nephew is quite young. He just started dating, and I'm trying to think of what's a good record for him to play to take his date out on, like a nice, tasteful, romantic, not cheesy, but
maybe a Lianne Havas album. Do you know Lianne Havas?
Yes.
Yeah. Super chill, super cool, a little bit sexy. How old is he?
He's about 20.
Okay, great. Yeah.
But he's a student. Okay. No. He's
I was like a little bit sexy. How old is he?
No, I know. It's like puppy love, right? It's he's 20.
Nice. Lianne Havas.
We got to watch it in this day and age. So it's a G-rated show too. So we got to kind of like.
All right. Okay. Cool.
So, weed, water, or wine to listen to your favorite music or to write with?
Oh my God, great question. Definitely not weed. Weed makes me mental. I can't function on it. Definitely wine, 100% wine. I think I know if I fall in love with a song, if I listen to it after having gone out to drink and then I travel home on the tube and listen to a song. I have like a particular playlist for it because I think that's when I feel most emotional and like things most deeply, and like in the nighttime and you're alone and you're drunk. Oh God, there's honestly nothing better than for feelings to arise. Like maybe that's unhealthy, but I think it might be healthy too. Yeah, wine.
Moderation.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong. Two more super quick. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Of course.
We're almost wrapped there.
I love music. I love talking about music.
That's so cool. If you could have a cup of coffee with any artist, alive or dead?
I mean, everyone's probably said Freddie Mercury, right?
No.
Really?
No.
Freddie Mercury. Absolutely. Definitely. Yeah. I think I would love to go around his house and meet all his cats and talk about music and love and fame and sadness and sing together. Or just listen to him sing.
What did you think of the film? The Rami Malek. Did you enjoy the film?
I thought it was a fun film.
Yeah, that's a good answer.
Yeah.
Diplomatic. That's good.
Yeah, it was more like a pantomime than a film, but I enjoyed it. Yeah. His performance is insane. Rami Malek's awesome, especially as Freddie. So good, yeah.
Thank you so much for being on the show, and I'd like to ask for some advice or words of wisdom for our audience.
Okay. I mean, this is obvious. I'm not very wise, but I will say that you never, ever stop growing. You never stop learning, and you never stop making mistakes, which sucks, but that's life, and you're a human being.
Fantastic. Thank you. You hit it straight on.
Of course.
Yet I feel lucky to hear where you're lying. I hate that they shake me up every time. Guess I'll take it. This is just how we were taught to love.
Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe.
And if you're really feeling it, please hit us up on Patreon. Cheers.